to another episode of the DailyFlip podcast. I'm your host, Alex, and today we're going to be doing a quick episode talking about some events in China. For those of you who don't know, it is a nation that persecutes religions. Gong is one, and Christianity for years, Chinese Christians have been running away, trying to get to the United States. Well, now we have another case of the Chinese government cracking down on it. We're going to go through this article today from the Wall Street Journal. It's from their opinion section. With that, let's jump into our daily debate. Is it our duty as a nation to be the home, to be a safe haven for Christians? Many argue that we are a Christian nation at heart. The values that we were created on are most definitely reminiscent, if not completely undergirded by Christian and Western society. So I am of mixed opinions on it, but I want to know yours. Throw it down in the comment section. With that said, let's actually jump into the article. Headline today reads, China rounds up Christian pastors from Wall Street Journal opinion. So throughout the years, the Chinese government has continually cracked down on organized religion in order to make sure that the state stays supreme. But a lot of the details have been muddled. We've seen different activities like cracking down on Falun Gong. We've seen some persecution of Christians, though normally it's not in the headlines, mainly because China likes to keep it quiet and secret because they know we are a nation that is predisposed to have feelings about when Christians are persecuted in their nation. We know that the Uyghur Muslims are also a group, more of an ethnic group than just a religious group, but they also have been persecuted and put into practically a jail cell, a giant camp in the absolute Xinjiang province in the absolute middle of nowhere inside China. So we know that China is not partial, but why is this new round different? One, because they've allowed to some degree, for these different denominations to exist and to live in the quote-unquote underground. And now even the pastors, especially in an age where democratization of information online has been cracked down on in China, now even the pastors are not safe. Quote, police on Friday entered Ezra Jin Mingyaz, a pastor who founded Beijing Zion Church in 2007, according to his daughter Grace Lee, who lives in the U.S. Pastor Jin was living in Bihai in, excuse my mispronunciation, Gongxi province. And this is on Friday. They detained him. They took him into custody. Now, did they provide any reasoning? Has he come out with a statement yet of what he's guilty of? Normally, that's the MO of the Chinese police. They bring people in, they get them to record a video of why they're guilty, what is wrong that they've done within the last few years, and then have these people publicly admit to it. And his family is safe in the United States, thank the Lord, but he is actually not allowed to leave China to go see his family. So they're basically holding him as a hostage to make sure his family doesn't say anything outrageous about the Chinese government because he's stuck there and he feels pulled towards Christianity. He feels as though his calling is in China, bringing about the growth of the faith within that nation. And yet, the Chinese government has pushed it underground for so long, and now they're going even further. But let's actually explore what the underground means, because like I said, it's going to be a short episode. It's only going to be 5 minutes. So what else do you need to know? Quote, the underground church isn't really a secret in the police state that is China. It is called underground because it's not recognized by the government. Mr. Jin has been under surveillance for years. His Beijing church was previously shut down, and he has been barred from leaving China to visit his wife and children who live in the United States. The Communist Party seems especially concerned about the spread of a religion on the internet. In September, the party issued a new code of conduct for religious clergy on the internet that is highly prescriptive. The code says preaching on the internet may be done only through websites, applications, forums, etc., legally established by religious groups, religious students, temples, monasteries, and churches that have obtained an Internet Religious Information Service license. End quote. So they're trying to make it highly restrictive. They're trying to make it attributable. They're saying, hey, you can't preach without putting your name on it, and you can't preach by putting your name on it without, guess what, a license to do so. They're treating religion like it is another material aspect to life that they can control, that they can crack down on, that they can limit and make sure that it doesn't grow and prosper. Little do they know, or maybe more than they know, The religion is a spiritual endeavor, and simply cracking down on it, simply restricting the means of distribution will not be enough. If Christianity is to flourish in China, it is beyond their doing, it is beyond their plan, it is beyond their capability to stop. It's going to take brave men and women like these underground churches to keep on going and bring the truth of a God beyond the material world that we live in, beyond any given state, to those people. So, with all that, if you enjoyed today's episode, you can find the entire article in the link below the like and subscribe button. Also down there, you can find the podcast on Spotify, Pocket Cast, Podvine, as well as the Twitter handle at @YourDailyFlip, where I post links to these episodes on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and on Tuesday and Thursday, I post links to 6 and 6, which is our international stories, 6 stories from around the world in 6 minutes or less. So, with all that said, there's only one more thing to say. Stay safe. Don't die.